Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. So this season we have the Trinity Cup, which is one of those really rare chances where Natural Motion gives us a chance to own three of the most, I would say, rare to get cars in the game. Out of these three, I would say the LaFerrari is the most rare for most players up until now. After today, of course, there will be a lot more of them around, so it won't be as much of a unique and rare vehicle, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to have one, and certainly I expect that they would wait a little while before giving you the chance to own this again. That's not to say the Porsche and the McLaren drops common. They don't. It's very hard to get any five-star car in the game reliably, and in addition, these are relatively rare to come up for any kind of time 20 chance. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen in almost 3+ years of playing a LaFerrari being available as a time 20. So out of all these cars, the one that I'm most interested in is this one, not because it's better than either the Porsche or the McLaren. It's actually slightly buffed, but still not that fast. These are almost on par with each other as far as performance, but because Ferrari Fusions are much easier to get than Porsche, and certainly not much easier than McLaren, but between these two cars, I think this one is more drivable when you get them upgraded. So in that consideration, I am going to go try to pull the LaFerrari. Now, this is a new account. It is not a high-ranking account. This is the latest one I started. I was with a milestone crew for a few seasons. Plus, there were events where Natural Motion was pretty generous with gold keys. This is one of the points of saving keys. I saved gold keys until I had at least 70 plus, which in this case now guarantees I will get a Golden Cup. I mean, not Golden Cup, but the Training Cup car on the time 20 chance, even if I go to loyalty. So just because there's time 20 chance doesn't mean that you're going to get the car on the first pull. But if I was going to waste gold keys, I'd rather do it with some understanding that I'm going to be guaranteed a car rather than just spending 10 every time I get it, and I end up with probably cars I don't even want. Okay, enough talking. Let's get to keep polling. So 77 gold keys available, and I'm going to go ahead and take my shot at getting the LaFerrari. Your most likely result's always this: three-star car, and it may not even be a tier 5, it might be a tier 3. That is unfortunately the truth of gold key polls. And this is the Bentley GT Speed, which I don't have, so I'll take it. But that is probably one of the worst possible outcomes on a three-star tier 5 I could have gotten. This is not a very useful car all around, and quite frankly, I'm going to keep it because it's the only car I have of its type, but for the most part, it's not a very useful car. Okay, so that's poll number one. Time 20, whatever that means. Now, my feeling is that it's not a time 20 flat out chance. Oh, 5-star, yes. So I might have gotten this on 2 polls. Let's take a look. If I get the LaFerrari, I will now try for the Porsche, simply because, I got the car, but I didn't. Instead, I got this 5-star 911 Carrera 4S Caravelle. Hey, I'm not complaining. You know why? I need a 4-star, a tier 4 car anyway on this account. I just got one that can now beat the 260 mile per hour trap speed without any stage 6s. Plus, it's not a bad car all around for even live racing. So it's a good poll. It's not what I was looking for. So back to continuing our trek down the LaFerrari key polls. However, that one was not a bad poll, but it is a Porsche, so it's going to take me a while to get around to building it. So once again, back to 3-star. This, again, is why you want to have 7 polls ready to go on gold keys. And sometimes it's 10, but definitely 7. Okay, AMG GT, tier 4 car, pretty useless. Mainly because Mercedes Fusions are hard to get. Plus, the car just not that good anyway. It is, however, for a new player, a new car, and therefore it's worth keeping. Remember to keep at least one of every car you pull, even if you know it sucks. You never know when it may be used for something. So just hold on to it. Now, my dream of pulling the Porsche, maybe that, well, maybe not. Wow, 2 5 stars so far, so I'm doing pretty good. Um, Again, having the 7 in hand, it's not, oh, there it is, LaFerrari. So having the 7 poles in hand really helps me being confident in just running through these key poles. Remember, I don't use any systems, and I don't think any systems work. Luck is luck. I just got 2 5 star cars in 4 poles. I can't complain. Has my luck run out? Probably, but I got the LaFerrari. So now it becomes a question of, do I save the 30 leftovers and save that 3 poles for later with the anticipation that time 20 will come again? Of course, it'll take me seasons of playing in a milestone crew to get that 70 keys again. But should I wait or shouldn't I wait? Don't forget, I bought 35 of that 70 keys too, because the 199 special came up for 35 gold keys. So really, this is down to where I paid 199 for those keys. Should I now try for the Porsche and the McLaren? Now, between the McLaren and the Porsche, my feeling is I would probably want the McLaren because I can build it, but the Porsche is a nice car, and I really would rather have the Porsche if I can. I can also go to loyalty and guarantee myself another Ferrari LaFerrari for parts. Which way would I go? Well, considering I'm on a new account that is really not looking to actually compete in the Trinity Cup, I'm not going to waste 30 keys on possibly 3 3 stars over here. Rather, I want to guarantee myself an extra LaFerrari because I can strip it for parts. And if it's a nicer color than black, and black is a pretty nice color, I may want to keep that one. Besides, I'm having pretty good luck with this gold key pulls on this end, so I'm going to stick to it. All right, 4 star car. What do we get? McLaren, and a great one at that. This is a great McLaren. Is that the VX? It is the VX. That is the one I'm going to max out. I already started the process of working on the Shark Huracan. This will be the other one that I can easily max out. The LaFerrari is a longer project now because while the LaFerrari will be built to tier 5 and fusioned out eventually, here's a car I can actually fully max with stage 6s by stripping McLaren 570S from the dealership. So this is a great car. It is not the color I would have preferred, but I'm not complaining. So very lucky so far. Just because I'm lucky doesn't mean you're going to be lucky, and it doesn't mean somebody else can't get 5 5 stars in a row either. Again, luck is what it is. Random is random. You can't really rely on any particular way to guarantee anything. So I am lucky this time, but then again, I am recording on YouTube, so that's probably why. Let's see here. 3 star, probably a 4. Oh, you know what? I don't mind this car either. This is not a great 4 star anymore. I mean, 4 star, tier 4 anymore, but it is one of those tier 4s that can get me through Tempest up to 2. So I can't totally complain. And again, it's a car I can max. So I'm actually doing quite well overall, in my opinion, for my gold keys that I'm spinning. You can do far worse. You can have nothing but 3 stars for all 7 poles and then only get the LaFerrari on the loyalty. In this case, I'm not complaining. And I'm getting more 4 and 5s than I'm getting 3s. So I am really doing well for this event. Well, for this key pole session, I should say. And there it is, another Lamborghini. However, this one is not very useful. As nice as it looks, and it is not a terrible car, but it is not an easy car to drive, nor is it an easy car to beat dyno with, nor is it all that fast. And it's a tier 5 that you cannot easily get stage 6s for. So I would consider this a mediocre result, not a great one. But it is a 4 star, so it's not terrible. And there it is, my loyalty. Now, part of the reason I waited until today to even start polling is because I know that there was an issue with the loyalty, which Natural Motion has corrected. So now I'm guaranteed to get my loyalty car, which you always anticipate that you may have to go to loyalty to get the car. and then you get it. Now it comes down to, do I want the black car with black interior and black rims, or do I want the other one? So let's compare the two real quick, figure out which LaFerrari is worth uh, holding on to. This one is basically a black on black on black. So black wheels, black interior, black car. Would have been nice to have a little contrast, but I'm not complaining. The other one here has the silver wheels, which isn't bad. Um, and it's a better, in my opinion, spoke design with red interior, which is a nice contrast. Red interior, black. Now, my preferred setup would have been red interior, black on black with black rims. I have to say I like both of these, to be honest. This is going to be a hard decision. Uh, I don't plan to hold on to two LaFerraris just because they are really the same color. So there's no point to hold on to both. But I'm not going to strip one yet because right now this is just the start of the trek towards building one of these. Now, money's going to be an issue. I'm also currently not in a milestone crew. I'm taking a break from grinding for a few seasons. Just kind of focus on minor stuff. You know, I'll play a little bit day to day to get my keys, get my money built up, but I'm not really looking for the milestone cars for a bit. Now, from the results overall, I think this was a very successful session, considering I have bad in the beginning, but very good for tier 4, bad, very good, okay, and expected. So overall, the results for 70 gold keys in my years of playing, I would say this is one of my best 70 gold key pull that I've had in a while. So understand that most of the time you may not come out this lucky, and you may not even get any cars you can really use. And as you get to more advanced playing and you have more cars already, most of these will be considered disappointments. All right, now I didn't show the silver key pulls this season, but actually it took me 7 to get the PC car, and here's the other 6 right here. In many ways, this was actually a pretty successful round as well, even though it took 7 pulls, because, you know, most of these cars, this, this is useful, this is useful. One of these will get stripped, and I'm going to build one of these. That's a good car to have because I can max it out in T2 for T2 stuff. That's a decent car, but it's going to be a long-term build, and this, well, you know, you can't complain. And you got the PC car. So for the PC car purposes, obviously, since I'm not in a crew, I'm not doing milestone, it's not a big deal to have it, but you do want them anyway, because in the future, if I ever decide to go back to a milestone crew, having past milestone cars, or I should say, I'm sorry, PC cars, never hurts, because you never know it's going to get used for something else. So that's why I pull for them. I won't build it. I'll just build my money, my gold, and my keys back up slowly but surely. In the meantime, I will contemplate what to do with the two LaFerraris. Did I miss out on the Porsche? Should I have gone for the Porsche? Should I maybe have gone for the McLaren? I don't think I missed out on much. At this level with the account, it's better to have one good 5-star T5 to work on. And in my case, I have one good 5-star and one excellent 4-star to work on, rather than focusing too far and trying to spread your pulls around and then you don't actually end up with what you want. It's going to be a long time before I be doing one of these with 70 keys again. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, so that was the gold key pulls on a new account, my first gold key pull session, and I have gotten the unicorn of CSR2, which is the LaFerrari. Well, thank you for joining me and watching my key polls. Feel free to make a comment if you have any comments. I hope that if you are polling for these cars this season, that you have good luck and you get them without having to spend all 7. If you liked the video, please leave a like, let me know. If you like my channel, please subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.